Okay, it's your entertainment fixation. I am your host, Mac. That's Kingsley.
Hey!
And this is a podcast where we talk about movies, Netflix, TV shows, stuff we're watching, all that fun
We're
stuff.
calling it episode number 2 because episode 1 never aired.
Yeah, we had audio issues. Sorry.
We might upload it. We'll see. It'd be a lot of cuts in it, so probably not, unfortunately.
It's just dead.
It was a really good podcast, but we got the cobwebs out. We're ready to go.
Yep.
This one's an exciting week. We got not a lot of news to cover, but we got some pretty good news to cover. So if you're not familiar with the entertainment fixation, because it's the first episode, we cover movies, TV, Netflix, Hulu, everything in between, streaming. We give box office stuff, movie reviews, news, everything you would want to know about the entertainment industry. We're not entertainments at all. We're not critics. We are regular Joes giving you comic book.
Hey, man.
Nerd.
I pay my Netflix $9.99 a month, just like you.
I pay more.
Oh, you pay the family one?
Yeah.
The Ultra HD one?
Which I don't even have an Ultra HD TV, so what's the difference? There's only ever 2 people streaming it, so I don't know why I pay. I just waste.
You sucker.
Of course. So for the first one, XMEN Dark Phoenix had a different ending. Unfortunately, this movie is bombing at the box office.
Okay, so wait. You saw it?
I did see it. We'll talk about it a little bit later on.
Okay.
But apparently the movie had a different ending. James McAvoy said, okay, you know what? We had to change the ending because it was too similar to another superhero movie.
Oh, I remember reading this. Yeah. So they really reshot a different ending?
They reshot a different ending, apparently.
Wow.
And I can clearly, when you watch this movie, you can clearly tell what other movie this was.
Would you have liked the OG ending?
Probably. Like, it was supposed to be in space. They were supposed to have a very similar ending, but just in a different location, I guess. It would have revolved a little bit more around Captain Marvel. And we're not going to give spoilers, or okay. I'm not going to give spoilers.
He's giving
but it would have revolved more in space. But there's a lot of people saying it probably would have been a little bit too much like Captain Marvel. I probably would have preferred them just to do it the way that they did, and kind of go from there.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in the movie review, but New Mutants getting more reshoots. Do you know anything about New Mutants at all?
No, I see it advertised everywhere, but I've never checked it out.
So New Mutants was shot like 2 years ago. It's got Maisie Williams in it.
Was that the one they premiered at Cineplex? You got to watch the first episode in theaters?
No, so New Mutants is a movie. And it is a Fox movie, and it was based off like a horror X-Men.
Oh.
So it is a comic book series,
That's cool.
like the New Mutants. So it's like horror-ish X-Men. In the first trailer that they had,
Horror-ish or horror-ish?
Horror-ish.
Because I kind of want to watch both of those.
Not horror-ish, not horror X-Men. So it got reshoots. Apparently, again, this movie was already pushed back. It was supposed to come out in 2018, I think. And it's like now with the Fox merger, apparently Disney, I'm hearing Disney doesn't like it, so they're like pushing it back and back. I don't know if this movie's ever going to get released. I hope it does, because like I'm really excited to see it. Like some of the stuff from the trailer were like pretty, like not scary, but like it seemed like it was going to be a good thrill ride.
I just can't get a skanky Professor X out of my head now. You ruined it for me.
There's no Professor X in this movie.
Oh,
it's about like
then?
It's about kids who get like they're new mutants, and they're getting their powers and they're learning, and they're like stuck in like this asylum.
Oh,
and like there's a villain that's like involved in it and like plays tricks on their minds. I think.
Okay.
It's pretty crazy. This next one, you're probably more excited than I am.
Star Wars Land. Yeah, I'm sure you saw the pictures online of all the Star Wars celebs.
I'm excited. Yeah.
It looks cool. Like you get to tour a full-size to scale Millennium Falcon.
Who doesn't want to do that?
Yeah, it looks really cool. Like if you're into Star Wars, it used to be MGM Studios. Now it's fully revamped to Star Wars Land, so that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, there's the Star Wars Land in Disneyland, which is released. That one's out. And then there's Star Wars World, I guess, which is going to be the same thing, just in Disney World. That's going to be in Hollywood Studios over on the Orlando side. So it'd be interesting. I'll probably, I really want to go. I don't know which one I'd go to. They're probably the same thing from whatever.
Well, World is just slightly bigger than Land. Like Orlando was Walt's baby.
Well, like Disney World has multiple parks, where Disneyland is just the one park.
That's right.
So like you can kind of go around there. But it'd be interesting to see, like, they have the Millennium Falcon run up right now. That's what it's Smuggler's Run, I believe is the name of it. And they also have a First Order ride, I believe.
Oh, neat.
So that one isn't out yet. And again, when the new one launches in Disney World at the end of August, that ride won't be up as well. So I'm guessing there's just something with that they're doing that must be crazy.
Okay.
But like you can build a lightsaber there. You can build a droid.
Yeah, it's like Harry Potter land, but Star Wars.
I want to go build a lightsaber. Apparently,
cool.
they're by appointment only. It seems like it's really cool. I'd be super excited. You get to pick like your kyber crystal and stuff. So you have to choose the color of your lightsaber, what type of hilt.
Gotta go purple.
I maybe
There's only
Mace
one
Windu.
Jedi to ever have a purple saber.
Man, that'd be cool. So that'd be really interesting to see. This next one is
You're getting a little political here on the show notes.
it's not so much political. Like I think Disney and Netflix are making a good stand on this.
For sure.
So Disney and Netflix, they've pretty much announced that they're going to stop filming in Georgia if they pass their abortion law. We're not going to get
fair.
Yeah, like we're not going to dive into the abortion side of it. Like, we're not going to touch that. But it's just, I think that's really good for Disney to come out and say, you know what, we don't agree with this. We're not going to support this in any way. And there's a lot of things coming out saying that a lot of the people that are either actors or directors, people that work on the movies are saying like, we're not going to work there. So it's good for Disney and Netflix to be like, hey, well, our people aren't going to work there. We're just going to pull out.
Big corporations doing good. It's nice sometimes.
Which would probably be good for Canada because you might see more people going to Toronto and Vancouver because of the tax breaks. So, and that also might push Georgia to smarten up and the rest of the other states to get their heads out of their. But
I have no words.
yeah, it's I don't understand it, but good for Disney and Netflix, and there are other people that are saying that they're going to end up standing up for this as well. Speaking of Georgia, this one's going to kind of throw this in. I just heard this yesterday. Swamp Thing. Did you see about the Swamp Thing?
Yeah, I canceled after one episode.
Apparently,
Did you watch it?
I watched the trailer and it looked super good.
I wonder if I watched a different thing because the thing I watched
Super scary.
I think we watched different things.
I think we might have watched different things.
Because mine looked cheesy and bad.
No, this is like it's got really, really good reviews. Critics are absolutely loved the first episode.
Why would they cancel it then?
So apparently what happened is Georgia had told them that, hey, you're going to get $40 million in a tax break. We're going to give you $40 million back. And then something happened with paperwork and they said, here's $12 million. So that's a big difference.
Like, well, this is over.
So I was watching a podcast earlier and they explained this. If I give you $40 to go throw a party and you go buy all the food for $40 and then I come back and say, well, here's $12.
Oh, of course.
You went and bought Mountain Dew, Doritos, super giant bag of Doritos, all the M&Ms, and you're like, oh, well, like, what am I supposed to do now? And you're just like, well, sorry.
Deal with it.
So it's interesting. Like, it kind of sucks. Like I said, I haven't watched it yet, but I probably will watch it. I'm hoping they release the first season at least and then kind of go from there. But in other superhero news, what do you think about this one?
Well, little Robbie Pattinson and Nicholas Hoult screen testing for new Batman.
So,
and an hour later.
Yeah.
Also, catch me up. Who's Nicholas Hoult?
He plays Beast in the X-Men series, the new X-Men series. He was in Mad Max.
Okay, see, when you put Pattinson and him beside each other, I think I'd go Pattinson.
See,
on that one.
Weirdly enough, like when I was watching X-Men and like when he's in non-Beast like makeup and stuff, I was like, he would probably be a good Batman.
Yeah, but when I saw people doing stylized photos of Pattinson as Batman with he's got the chiseled jaw and the facial hair.
A lot of people are saying like he's got the acting chops.
I think so.
And a lot of people are saying don't judge him if you've only ever seen Twilight.
And how old is that, right?
Oh, like Twilight's like 10 years old.
Come on. Yeah.
So he's apparently like a really good actor. And I haven't seen anything of his, and I'll admit it. But they've said like he's a really, really good actor. I'm excited.
Yeah,
a lot of people gave Ben Affleck a lot of flack.
I liked him. I like my chunky Batman.
Yeah,
my beefy Batman.
I liked him. We're going a little bit younger. It's going to be completely separate apparently from the other DC movies. I think DC just needs to figure something out and kind of go towards it. But Robert Pattinson, officially the new Batman. People are calling him R Bats. So I don't mind that one. That one's kind of good.
Okay, yeah, got some Sony news here.
Some Sony news. So Sony's first Screen X movie to be Spider-Man: Homecoming.
So what's Screen X?
Screen X is actually kind of interesting. I had to look
like R-rated.
I had to look up what it is, and because I didn't really know what it was. So picture this for those of you watching the video. On the back, so that would be your generic movie screen.
Okay.
It's just like watching at a normal theater, but on the sides, there's pictures.
Okay.
So the screen expands out and it gives you a different element and you see different things of the environment that you're in.
So it's a wider screen? What are you talking about?
Sort of, but it's like cameras just shooting out to the sides, but I believe they're just like stationary pictures.
Interesting.
So it'd give you an even wider angle than what you're used to. So it'd be like you're getting more immersed in the movie.
So is my like Cineplex, will they have this?
I don't believe
technology?
so. I think it's like a specific type of theater that has these Screen X theaters. It's been around for a while, but this is just Sony's first forte into it. I don't know if it's the full sides of the cinema or if it's like half the wall or what it is, but I know it's shot on
like
the
the
wall.
actual side of the wall.
The side of the
gonna
wall.
Be like a picture of a park or something.
Yeah, so like if you're in Central Park, you'll see a
I
wider angle of
understand.
it.
That's kind of neat. That's very immersive. But I don't know if I'm really like looking to my side.
True.
I'm trying to avoid the person.
But I think
I'm
it's
sitting
more of like
close
just to kind of give you a wrap effect.
Okay.
So it's not like something that would be, I don't think it's something that would be happening in the background.
Right.
It would just be like some background for it.
Gotcha.
So it just kind of immerses you more, which is, I think it's interesting. Like it's, especially if you're going to places like Paris and Rome and like be able to get a little bit more of the locale.
scenery, yeah.
I think it's really interesting. So that's the first one that'll come out. This next one, I'm hearing yes, I'm hearing no. I don't know what's going on. Apparently Warner Brothers and DC are officially out of San Diego Comic-Con.
That'd be a bummer.
So they're pulling out of Hall H. And then I heard it's just DC pulling out. So I don't know.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens there.
Yeah, I'm guessing DC's kind of pulling out because the only other things they have in the pipeline, like there's Wonder Woman that's coming out the end of it's coming out sometime next year. You're gonna have the next Batman movie. There's no Flash movie being made. There's the Birds of Prey movie, which has already filmed. I don't know if it's finished filming, but that's gonna be like
It's got doing something with the Watchmen too.
Watchmen is gonna have its own TV show.
Oh, cool. That's
gonna be coming on HBO soon.
right.
That one will be exciting. But yeah, there's not a lot of stuff coming out, I guess. So we'll kind of see where it falls in. It sucks. Like Hall H is always kind of one of those cool things for comic fans. Like you get to see what's coming next in movies and TV. So we'll see. Maybe they're just skipping out because they want to kind of hold it off for something else and be a little bit more important.
Could be.
So some of the trailers that dropped this week, there's some pretty cool ones. We had a chance to take a look at them. So the new Pixar movie Onward.
Yeah, so we just watched this. It's got Chris Pratt and Tom Holland.
Yeah, they're reuniting again from the Avengers.
So it looks like they're alien people, some kind of alien race.
It's like an alien fantasy world. Like there's unicorns and dragons.
Yeah, it's like alien meets medieval, which is kind of a cool mix. I don't know if I've ever really seen that other than Futurama.
Yeah, like they're talking about going on an adventure, but it's not an adventure. It's just an errand that has
we'll
special
things.
things.
It looks funny. It's a Pixar movie. So.
Yeah, they didn't say anything specific of date. They just said coming 2020. Yep. I'm excited. Like you said, Chris Pratt. It's also got Octavia Spencer in it and Julia Louis-Dreyfus from Seinfeld. Yep. So that'd be interesting. She's also in. She was in Veep. So I never watched Veep, but I heard it was really good.
Funny. Yep.
I heard it was probably the best political show.
Political humor, very funny.
Yeah, so maybe I'll take a jump into that. So that was a good trailer. I'm excited for that one. It's new Pixar, so that'll probably be the Pixar movie for next year. Maybe Frozen 2, is that next year as well?
No, that's this year, I think.
Frozen 2 this year? Yep. Disney's just
coming out quick.
The mouse is just making all the money. It's crazy.
Do it.
So the next one that we had,
Brad Pitt's Ad Astra.
Ad Astra.
It looks very Interstellar-esque.
Yeah, like I'd say Interstellar-esque. And
seems like his dad is working for NASA or something, was fooling around with some kind of chemicals.
I weirdly also got like an Armageddon vibe from this.
Yeah, so the fate of the world's at stake and only Brad Pitt.
That's why it reminded me of Armageddon. Sure. Yeah, like there's going to be like that scene where he's like using like the animal crackers on her stomach. This is the one thing that reminds me of Armageddon.
You would.
But I'm excited for the movie. Like, I don't know.
Watch it.
I'll watch it. I don't know if I'll see it in theaters.
Yeah, but I really liked Interstellar in theaters.
That's true. And I never got a chance to see it in theaters.
Theater experience.
And like, I heard that was such a good theater movie.
Yeah,
so it might be something that we definitely take it on.
I think so.
We'll see it when it comes out. Maybe get a couple more trailers and maybe get a little bit more of what's going on with it. And the last one we had was Ford versus Ferrari. So this one's got Christian Bale as well as Matt Damon in it. I got a chance to see both of these trailers in theater when I saw Dark Phoenix. The Ad Astra definitely was cool to see on the big screen.
Yeah, see, I think that's going to be a
Ford versus Ferrari. Sure. If you're a car enthusiast, I think this is probably going to be a movie for you.
The trailer made it seem exciting. But I don't know. I just get Stream It vibes from this one.
Possibly. I also feel like this movie is going to have a lot of Oscar nominations, possibly. Like, I feel like this is going to be a movie to push for that.
Okay.
Especially with Christian Bale, like one of the greatest method actors of our time. Dude loses all of his body weight pretty much to become a machinist.
Again
so like
too.
It'd be interesting. Like both of those actors are very, very good. Also the actor that we didn't mention that's in Ad Astra, Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah.
Crazy enough, I thought about Tommy Lee Jones last week, and I was like,
you just sitting on the toilet.
No, I was just. I thought of like, when was the last time you saw Tommy Lee Jones in a movie?
Men in Black.
But that's just, like, how long ago was that?
Well, the newer one with Will Smith.
That was like 10 years ago.
No.
Yeah.
Men in Black 3?
Yeah.
No, that's the new one where it's got Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't remember him being in Men in Black 3.
Yeah, he plays young Agent K.
Is that Josh Brolin?
Yeah.
I don't even remember that.
I'm pretty sure it is. Look it up.
Okay, it's 2012.
Josh Brolin? Am I crazy?
Let me take a look here.
I know he was young Agent
2012.
K.
Oh, yeah. Good
See?
call. Yeah, Josh Brolin.
I love that movie. 2012. Okay, so maybe one of his last movies.
8 years. Like, that's.
I thought he retired, so for him to.
Well, that's why I was just kind of curious, like, what happened to him. Like, I
to
wasn't
be fair,
sure
in the trailers, it looks like it's just pictures of him. So who knows how much of the movie?
How much he's actually in it? Yeah.
That's like having James Franco in pictures in that one Aliens movie.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a really weird thing that I didn't even know of.
I don't want to hear your Tommy Lee Jones fantasies.
No, one more thing. I promise. It's quick. Did you know that he was in Captain America before Men in Black?
That was filmed before.
Captain America came out before Men in Black 3.
I did not know that.
That's crazy.
I do not remember.
I did not know that. And I do remember him being in that movie. That was like the last movie he was in was Men in Black 3.
Yeah, figured.
Yeah, I was just thinking about him the other day, and I was like, man, where has he been?
Okay.
Where has he been?
Okay, well, he's alive. He's
alive and well.
Looks good. So let's hit what we've watched this week or past week, I guess.
I had a big week.
You did. Me, not so much. I was pretty busy with work, so I caught on Netflix two exclusive shows to that platform. One's called Easy.
Okay.
And
I've heard of Easy.
This show's really cool. It's very real.
Okay.
Like, it's real life scenarios. Like, we have a lesbian couple. So basically, it's a bunch of stories kind of interconnected in the same universe in a very small way.
Okay.
So you have like a lesbian couple figuring out their life. You have a husband and wife that have fallen out of love, so they're trying to figure out ways to rekindle their relationship. So they try an open marriage. You got this two brothers. One's really bored with his life, so he invests in an illegal brewery out of the other brother's garage.
Okay.
It's very real scenarios. I find it's very addicting to watch.
Who's in it?
That's the thing, man. Like, it's almost like C to D level actors, and they're all very normal looking. The only name, like, I recognize a lot of faces.
Okay.
But the only person I definitely know is Dave Franco. He's in the brother scenario with the brewery.
Okay.
But everybody else, like, it's just very normal. It's just normal people living day to day. So it's cool. I really dig it.
Yeah, I'm quickly taking a look. Elizabeth Reeser, just got a recognizable face. Dave Franco.
That's what I mean. This show,
Orlando Bloom's in it.
You'll see. I haven't gotten to this episode yet. Spoiler boy.
Well, sorry. It's on the cast list.
But yeah, so to me,
there are some people in here that I am.
You'll recognize.
Yeah.
You'll recognize a ton of faces. All these people have done a lot of acting, but yeah, they didn't really pull star power on this one, which is kind of neat to see.
Yeah, like I'm going through the list of them, and like I don't want to say anymore because I don't want to spoil it anymore. But like there's probably like at least 8 or 10 people that I recognize just off name alone, and a lot of them are more TV actors.
Right.
So I'll definitely give you that one. That one's probably a little bit more confusing. But yeah, that's
so yeah. If you're looking for like just like a real show, definitely check out Easy.
Where do you find the show?
Netflix.
Both
of these shows I'm watching are on Netflix. And the other one is Netflix's Dead to Me, which stars Christina Applegate.
Okay.
Her husband dies in a hit and run, and she's out to figure out who did it. And this quirky friend comes into her life that really like...
This one just started season 2, correct?
It just got greenlit for season 2.
Okay.
So season 1's, you can binge it all on Netflix. Season 2 just got greenlit, so that'll be coming soon.
I did see the trailer for this, and I got the vibes that She killed her husband.
It's episode 1 gives so much away. Like, I can't say anything or it'll be spoiled.
Okay,
but
yeah. Don't.
It's awesome.
Worth a watch?
It's definitely worth a watch. I would invest some time into Dead to Me.
Okay, so definitely stream it.
Stream it.
Okay.
100%.
Okay,
That was the end of my quick
You didn't
week
get a chance to see any movies at all this last week?
Wasn't able to get out, unfortunately.
No, you did have a busy week.
Yeah.
We did have to push our podcast back a bit, but that's okay. I had a chance to go and see some quite a bit of stuff.
You did?
So I saw Aladdin. I saw the week after it came out.
Okay, so ticket, stream it, skip it.
Aladdin. It's definitely a ticket or stream it. It was really good. I really enjoyed what they did with Jasmine.
Okay.
They added 2 new songs really that were just really kind of focused on Jasmine.
Were they good?
Yeah, I really liked them. The first song I wasn't a huge fan of, but like the second song is kind of like a part 2 of that song.
Okay.
And that was her good moment. And like what I mean by what they did with Jasmine is they didn't make Jasmine your normal Disney princess. She wasn't like, I'm a Disney princess and please come save me.
Okay.
Like she wasn't a damsel in distress.
Very male sounding Disney
Yeah.
princess.
Well, yeah, sorry. Oh no, Jasmine, Raja. She was her own woman. She was an empowered person. Like she knew what she wanted. And that's what I really liked. I not that I'm like feminist, yeah, but it was nice to see that she wasn't like, oh, Aladdin, please save me.
Yeah.
Like it was cool to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like that was probably my favorite part of that movie. It was It was directed by Guy Ritchie, who's done like Sherlock Holmes. So he's known for those
I didn't even know that.
slow.
Wow, that's cool.
He's known for those
Slow-motion
slow-mo sequences.
Yeah.
And there's like 1 or 2 in this movie, so it doesn't really take away from it.
Did they work?
Yeah, like they did work, but like they probably would have been okay without it.
Okay, gotcha.
So it worked both ways, but you definitely didn't need it. But it was good. Like the songs were really well done. I thought all the actors were really good. Jafar wasn't as like scary as he was in the maybe it's because we were kids and like we thought Jafar was like
you
a
could
scary.
see the difference. Like he doesn't look like creepy old man Jafar animated style.
But like it was a good movie. I really enjoyed. I really liked Will Smith
See
as
ever the
Genie.
old man? You know how Jafar can turn into the crookedy toothed old man?
No.
No, they don't do that route. Okay,
They do that scene a little differently. I know what you're talking about.
You know what I mean?
With the lamp. Yeah,
He pretends to be an
he
old-
does that
old
differently.
man. Okay.
Yeah, it's
gotcha.
they just do it differently.
Gotcha.
But it's same thing. They just play it out a little different. But it was good. I'd probably on a scale of like 1 to 10, probably rate it at like a 6 or 7, 6.5.
Okay, so I guess ticket if you can, but if not, just
Yeah,
wait
like
for it
ticket
on
if you
Disney
can. Like
Plus.
if it's a nostalgic movie, ticket it. If it's not, maybe just
Super kid
stream
movie, or will 2 adults enjoy?
Well, 2 adults went and saw it, and we
Alright.
enjoy it. So like we weren't like we grew up with Aladdin, so it was good to see. The next one that I saw, I can't see. That's too far.
Definitely maybe. Tell us about Definitely
So
Maybe.
definitely maybe was an awesome movie that I heard about it.
Starring who?
It's starring Randall Park,
Okay.
who's fresh off the boat.
Okay.
And it's also starring Ali Wong.
Wait, is that the guy? That's the guy that's
He's the
Kim
dad
Jong-
from Fresh.
Kim Jong Un or whatever in the interview, right?
Possibly, yeah, I think so.
And he's Asian Jim on The Office.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Randall Park, and it's also got Ali Wong in it.
Okay. Yeah.
So she had a Netflix special, Baby Cobra.
Right.
So I've never really seen any of her stuff. So
I've watched her stand up. It's
Okay.
funny. She's funny.
that I went in blind. So I was like, I heard good things about her. So I was like, oh, I'll check it out. This movie, if you like rom-coms, this was a good movie. It's kind of predictable.
Okay, so wait. Big question. Ticket, stream it, skip it.
Definitely stream because it's on Netflix.
Oh, this is a Netflix.
It's a
Okay, I
Netflix.
thought
It's a
it was
Netflix original.
theatrical. Okay.
No, a Netflix original. Definitely stream it if
Okay,
you get a
good to
chance.
know.
For rom-coms, I'd probably rate it like pretty high up. Like it's got good rewatchability.
Okay, so for me, one of my favorite rom-coms, Just Friends, starring Ryan Reynolds. Where are we in the Just Friends?
This has got a
scale
different
of-
humor.
Okay.
Like Just Friends was more of like almost like a slapstick
Yeah.
comedy. This is like a methodically thought out comedy.
Okay.
So like it's got a story to it. It's like I'd probably rate it at like an 8 out of 10.
Oh, wow.
It was really good. Keanu Reeves making an appearance.
Okay. Oh yeah, people
my-
have memed this his slow motion entrance thing.
Keanu Reeves literally made an Oscar worthy performance in this movie.
He playing himself?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
And like you don't know that he's oh my god. He apparently
shows up.
yeah, like a lot of his stuff was ad-libbed and it was on the spot and improv.
I watched this thing on Twitter where this guy kept adding different background music to his entrance when he walks in.
So funny. Yeah. And like not Keanu Reeves though. Like you knew he was playing Keanu Reeves, but he was not Keanu Reeves. Great. So it was really awesome to see. Cool. He was really funny. Definitely stream that movie if you get a chance. It will. If you have a Netflix subscription, stream it. Okay. It's definitely a watch. So I got a couple more that I started watching.
Tell us about When They See Us.
So I'm gonna end on When They See Us because that was an emotional thrill ride. It was a lot.
Okay.
So I had a chance to watch Black Mirror season 5. We watched the first episode yesterday. So I didn't. There's only 3 episodes this season, so it's very short. This is one that we talked about in episode 1 of Entertainment Fixation. We got too many shows. They only did 3 episodes because they're coming out with a full season, I believe, in like December or like January. It's like a little interim thing that they had these things already made. It's apparently got a lot of star cast. So in the first episode, it stars Anthony Mackie.
Right.
So all I thought of the whole time was like Captain America. Spoilers.
Well, they got Miley in one.
Miley's in one. Yeah. I think Maisie Williams is one. I thought I heard that.
Okay.
But anyways, the first one, it's like virtual reality. It's a weird episode.
They all are.
We got really uncomfortable watching it. Like
all I know about that episode is I saw a meme that was like, "Hey, you want to play Xbox?" And the kid is just like scared about it. So.
It's not scary. It's not scary at all. But it's weird.
Yeah, like, I love Black Mirror.
If you get a chance to watch episode 1,
check it out.
Just think of me and you would be like, oh.
Okay.
So I'll leave it at that.
I don't know if that's a diss.
Well, no. But you'll understand what I'm saying. Okay. It gets really weird, and with my relationship, I'm not a fan of how it ended.
Okay.
Let's just put it that way.
Right.
But it's Black Mirror. It's just normal Black Mirror
season 5.
So if you've enjoyed 1 through 4, stream it. Definitely go check it out.
Cool.
So one of the other ones that I had a chance to check out, I heard an interview on the show.
This one sounds so wholesome.
The Chef Show.
What is this?
So did you ever watch the movie Chef?
Is that with Jon Favreau?
It is.
I like halfway.
Oh my God. Go get out of here and go watch it. Chef Show, the Chef movie is probably one of my favorite movies of all time.
Okay.
Jon Favreau directed. It's got John Leguizamo in it. It's also got
great movie from what I saw. Yeah,
super good. It's really like in depth and apparently like it's really true to life on how it works. So the Chef Show, what it is it's Jon Favreau cooking items from the show. We've only watched the first episode.
Oh, is this where this Gwyneth Paltrow meme has come from lately? Okay.
So I heard something about Gwyneth Paltrow on the Chef Show, and I'm like, I'm interested. So like, they get on the conversation of Marvel movies, and he's like, yeah, you remember when we were in Spider-Man? And she's like, no.
Yeah, she had no idea she was even in.
She's like, movie. I was never in Spider-Man. He's like, yeah, you were in Spider-Man. Like we were in Homecoming, and she's like, no, I've never been in that movie. Never been in a Spider-Man. He's like, yeah, when Spider-Man comes in, there's a whole press conference, and she's like, that was Spider-Man? He's like, yeah. So it was pretty cool to have him.
So he just cooks randomly with celebs?
Yeah, and like they just have some conversations. Like, so he had Bill Burr on that episode as well, and they cooked like grilled cheese, and they cooked cabanos.
That's neat.
So they kind of show you how to make them ish, but like it's not a recipe. It's like, here's the ingredients that we have, and we're just going to make it. So it's pretty cool to watch. That one was really good. Definitely, if you get a chance, stream it if you can.
That's Netflix again?
Netflix as well. Yeah, okay. Netflix is just coming out hot out of the gate. So When They See Us. This one was... if you had not had a chance to see this show yet, it's a mini series.
You've been talking about.
I have trying to push you guys to watch it.
Okay, first off, Netflix?
Okay,
starring?
No idea.
Oh, wow.
The only person I knew in this movie was Joshua Jackson, or the show was Joshua Jackson.
Okay.
The only reason I drove Joshua Jackson is Mighty Ducks 2, all the Mighty Ducks. He was also in, what was that movie? Fringe, or show. He was in Fringe as well. I love Joshua Jackson. And I continue to love Joshua Jackson.
Sell me on it.
I don't know anybody else in this show, but I do know that the director was Ava DuVernay. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm butchering her name, but amazing director. So it revolves around the story of the Central Park Five.
Okay.
So it's a true story, and it's a really sad story, to be honest. This is not a wholesome show. You don't go in, oh, I feel so good about the show. You go into the show wanting to punch people in the face.
Wow.
And like you physically get like upset.
So are these anti-heroes?
They're not anti-heroes. So the story, I'll just give a quick breakdown. The Central Park Five revolved around a unfortunate rape that happened in Central Park in '89. These kids were in the park. They were wilding out, in quotations. That's what the police said. It was a group of like 30 black and like African American as well as Hispanic kids. It was a day off. I think they were just going into summer. They were in Central Park just having fun. There were some kids that were messing around with other people, pushing them off bikes, trying to pick fights. Nothing like, they weren't trying to commit murder.
Sure.
They were being dumb kids. These 5 kids, unfortunately, there's a rape that happens to a female jogger that's in Central Park, and these 5 kids that had nothing to do with it end up getting pinned on it, and end up getting coerced into saying that they did it. And it's very hard to watch because these kids are only as young as 14. The oldest is 16 years old. So watching these kids and like the actors that portray these kids, and I will say the person who portrays Corey through the entire series, he needs some form of award.
Wow.
What these kids have to go through is insane. Like I said, you're physically going to be mad. My aunt started watching it. She's like, I want to punch this lady in the face. Wow. And I was like, yeah, we all do. So they try and pin this stuff on it, and it's really hard to watch. Like I said, it's only 4 episodes, so it's quite short. They're only about an hour long, so it doesn't take very long to watch. But please, please do yourself a favor and stream this show. You need to watch this, and when we watched the first one, we quickly went on Wikipedia, looked up what happened.
Okay.
Because these kids are in jail for a long time. They're in jail for up to almost 14 years for a crime that they didn't commit. And then they get out of jail and they're being called a rapist for something that they didn't do and they were forced into doing. Sad. So it's very sad. Episode 1 and episode 4 are the hardest to watch. Episode 2 gives you a lot of hope, and episode 3 is like, oh, it's a very good episode. But episode 1 and 4 are very, very hard to watch. Episode 4 is more of an emotional thing. You're not as mad, but you are definitely, you can see the acting chops that this person who has. Right. Who plays Corey has. It's phenomenal. Can't suggest it enough. 10 out of 10. Okay. Hands down. Please watch this show.
When they see us.
When they see us on Netflix. I know you've heard of it. I promise your friends have said something about it. I overlooked this. I was looking at Netflix news and they said, when they see us, this is a drama you have to watch. I didn't believe it. And then I watched it and I 100% understand. This is probably the best TV show I've watched.
You heard it here first, folks.
Miniseries by far. Like the acting, the directing. This is a story that truly doesn't hit home, but like really shows how messed up the justice system is in the States.
Great.
So yes, please check it out. That's my rant on when they see us. Go see it.
TV news, super quick. Handmaid's Tale season 3 debuts.
Debuted this last week. Yep.
Yeah. Big Little Lies season 2. First Responders gets their live debut. That's interesting. Always those live TV shows.
Yeah, it's like PD Live. It's just instead of following police people now, it's following first responders.
Right. Mythic Quest Ravens and he's written down here. Band Quest.
I did write Band Quest on here.
So it's Mythic Quest Ravens Banquet. And the creators of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Rob McElhenney, follows game developers as they launch their largest downloadable content patch ever.
This show just got announced. There's nothing really on it, but it looks funny. We had go check out our Pixel Fixation episode. We talk about this. We were trying to figure out if it's called Banquest or Banquest or Banquet. We couldn't figure it. It's Banquet.
It's Ravens Banquet.
Just think of it as Mythic Quest. It looks like it's going to be a really funny show.
Comedy about the game industry.
Yeah, if you like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, I'm getting those vibes. I think it's going to be very similar. Yeah, so that one's going to be excited. So that was just for generic TV news. So for Netflix news, Magic the Gathering officially green-lighted by Netflix and being directed by the Russo brothers.
Yeah, so that's exciting. Obviously, two very accomplished directors. With like Magic has a ton of stories to tell. So
yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I believe it's an anime, like it's an animated show. So we'll see how it goes. Like,
which is the smart way to do it, because live action Magic the Gathering would just look so cheesy.
Yeah, and I think they could probably do this really well. Keep budgets a little bit lower, but still be able to show the stuff that they want to.
Like I think about like there's sorcerers that are so cool, like Jace and Anjani, which is like a big lion like leader guy.
Okay.
So there's gonna be some really cool stuff here.
I'm really hoping they do more of like life animation, like a little bit more realistic.
Oh, kind of like that Matrix movie.
There was also a movie. There was a show that came out a little while ago called Death, Love, and Robots, and it's all over the place. It goes in completely different directions, but there's episodes in there. If you get a chance to they look like real life. It's crazy. Right. So if it's animated like that, I think I'd prefer that. I think it'd be really cool to see like a live action-ish like animation. I think that'd be kind of cool to look on.
All right. There's a movie called, I didn't know this, Murder Mystery, starring Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston.
So
this is Netflix?
This is Netflix. Deal? Yeah, it releases this Friday, so Friday, June 14th.
I love all the Sandler stuff, no matter how bad.
The only one I wasn't a big fan of was the Magnificent Seven.
You know what? I didn't mind that one.
It wasn't bad, but it was like...
Taylor Lautner on the swinging from the rope. Dude, I was laughing. So stupid.
It was... I'm excited to see it. I think the last...
God's a strong neck.
The last one that they did together would have been what was it?
Oh yeah, they were in a movie
together, and they were in like a love movie together where they were on a beach. And
that's right. I see the movie cover in my head.
Yeah,
oh my God.
They're literally like holding hands on a beach.
Wow.
The love something.
Yeah, I like that movie.
That'd be interesting to see them kind of come together.
So new again. Adam Sandler Murder Mystery this Friday, June 14th,
and then the final series in the Marvel
Netflix universe.
I guess that's what you can call it. I was going to call it something else, but Jessica Jones season 3 does air this Friday, June 14th as well. We've watched every season. I absolutely love this show. Season 1 is a mind effer. It just really messes with you, and it's really good. This is probably one of my favorite shows that really got Jess into enjoying Jessica Jones.
Cool.
So she really liked it. So I'm excited for this.
Check it out this Friday.
Yeah.
Netflix.
Season 3, like I said, this is the last season, unfortunately, for this series, but we'll see what happens.
Okay, let's bang out some movie releases. So last Friday, we had Secret Life of Pets 2 and X-Men Dark Phoenix. Looks like Secret Life brought in $47.1 million. Wow. That was the winner last Friday. Dark Phoenix pulling in $33 million, followed with Aladdin with $24.5 million, Godzilla with $15.5 million, and Rocketman with $14 million. That seems soft for Rocketman, doesn't it?
Week 2, I believe it is for Rocketman. Right. So like it's for a biopic, whatever you call it. Yeah, I heard good reviews on it, but again, it's probably not going to have a ton of power behind it.
Okay.
Secret Life of Pets. The big confusing thing is like Dark Phoenix. I'm surprised that it didn't take the #1 spot. But Secret Pets 2 is a pretty big animation movie, and it's a kids movie.
The first one was good.
I really like the first one too. So this one seems like it's kind of going a little different direction, but it looks like it was really good. Dark Phoenix, I don't think it's been rated as the worst.
Dude, those movies have only gotten worse as we've gone along.
It's way better than Apocalypse.
Okay.
It's not an amazing movie by any means. It's a good movie. A lot of stuff that you can we'll just do a review of it now. It's not a lot of, you can clearly tell where the story's going. It's really cool to see the X-Men when they're the X-Men and they're doing stuff with their powers, but when they're just Joe Schmoes, it's all right. The story, like I said, it's really easy to predict. I think the acting all around was really good. I think Sophie Turner was able to carry the movie as really just the main character. There was a couple of sequences where the acting was and probably could have been turned up a little bit. It followed the same premise again, old friend when Magneto and it's weird.
Tales all this time.
Yeah, and they did the weird X-Men time travel thing. Beast is supposed to be 50 in this movie. He looks like he's 22. And I'm like, what is, like, this makes no sense.
Okay,
and like,
confusing.
Yeah, so it's like the movie itself is pretty good. If you're an X-Men person, I'd probably say see it.
So if stream it or skip it.
If you had a choice between this and probably another movie, I'd probably just go see the other movie.
Okay.
If you're a big X-Men fan, like maybe go see it. But if you're really critical of comic book movies, I'd say stream it. So if you really are like, this is not how the comic books are, don't go spend your money and see this in theaters. If you're like me and just enjoy the comic books for what they are and not like, this was the worst comic book movie ever, then yeah. You know what I'm going with. But I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
Like it wasn't a bad movie. It wasn't the best movie. It was a good movie.
That's fair. So quick look at the Avengers Endgame Avatar watch.
The Endgame Avatar watch.
It's sitting at $2.7 billion.
Yeah, Endgame is at $2.73 billion as of recording this right now.
And Avatar 2 is at 2.78. So they're $58 million away from breaking Avatar.
If Endgame, if they get $58 million, they will officially break Avatar's record. When we did this in the last episode, I think they were $80 million away.
I thought it was like 100. It was still pretty far.
So like they are getting closer, and I do feel like this is gonna break.
They'll break it,
especially with Spider-Man coming out in a couple weeks.
Yep.
I feel like this movie is gonna get a bump, and it hasn't even made it to cheap seats yet. I feel like this movie is gonna break. It's under 60 million. Even if it does, I think it did around $8 or $10 million this last weekend. So if it keeps up that over the next couple weekends, it'll be fine. I really hope it does beat it. It was a great movie. So.
All right, that's your Endgame Avatar watch. So movies coming out this Friday, and I think we're going to try to go see this one, Men in Black International.
I'm excited for this movie.
Starring, Chris Hemsworth and can never remember her name. Oh my God,
Tessa Thompson.
Valkyrie. Tessa Thompson. Yeah. Such an easy name too. Shaft.
Don't go see this movie. We haven't seen it, but God, the Shaft family.
Come on. It's all they're wrapping it up in a nice bow. All the generations are in this. I mean, if you're a fan, you'll probably like it.
Yeah, but like who greenlit this movie?
Nobody.
Samuel Jackson had a time slot. He's like, I'm not doing anything.
And The Dead Don't Die, also out this Friday. Next Friday, things to look forward to are Toy Story 4, obviously Pixar's big one. Child's Play, Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker is the voice of Chucky, which is kind of neat. And another 2 horror about dolls. Who's scheduling these releases? And is that a horror movie, Anna?
Anna is not a horror movie. Have you not seen a trailer for it? So it's actually really interesting. It reminds me of Atomic Blonde.
Oh, she's an assassin. Yes.
So she's a model turned assassin.
That looks pretty extreme.
I think it looks really good.
We can check it out.
I'm getting some like John Wick vibes from it.
Stream it.
You think so?
Yeah.
Possibly.
See. We can go see it.
Like I feel like it's gonna be a decent movie. I don't know if it's gonna be a watch in theaters, but like the action alone like reminded me a lot of John Wick and how it's choreographed.
Right.
I'm excited for it. But the funny thing that I thought, like the Toy Story 4 and Child's Play, have you seen any of the
ad campaign
for Child's Play?
Child's Play just
roasting Slinky toys, I think it's really interesting.
Dragging the cowboy hat. Yeah. It's neat.
Toy Story is definitely going to win the box office of that week. Yes. It's not really a question. This next week coming up, Men in Black should win it. The only way I could see it is maybe if Secret Life of Pets keeps that number 1 spot.
I think Men in Black will be okay.
What do you think Men in Black's going to do this weekend?
It's got to do more than Dark Phoenix, I'd have to imagine. So maybe 40.
You think it's going to do around
maybe
40
not
million?
As much as 47, but 40.
Yeah, I'd probably put it in like the 45 million mark.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's going to be a huge movie, which is surprising because like I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be really funny. The guy who plays like the little, I don't know what it is, the little alien guy. What's his name? Kamul Nanjar?
Yeah.
So like he looks like
he's funny.
He looks like he's going to kind of steal the show.
Yep.
But yeah, that's kind of your entertainment fixation for the week. Let us know in the comment section down below of the YouTube video, or if you're listening to us on podcast form, Message us on any of our social media at the Fixation Podcast.
Yep.
That's on Twitter and Instagram. Definitely check out our stories. We recorded one today while we were recording these episodes. But yeah, definitely take a peek at these things and let us know what you guys think. We're glad you guys tuned in and you guys are enjoying the episodes. But yeah, thank you guys very much. This has been your, again, Entertainment Fixation with Mac and Kingsley, and we're glad you guys enjoyed the ride.
Thanks. Bye-bye.